Hello, this is Monday's lesson, Monday the 18th of May, and we're going to be looking at fractions. We haven't done fractions for a while, so I'm just going to do some little reminders. So when we have a fraction, it looks like this. It has a number on the top, then it has a line and a number underneath. The number at the top's got a posh name. It's called the numerator, and this means the number of the parts that we're counting. Then there's a number at the bottom and the posh name is denominator, and that means the number of parts that we've got in total. For this activity, remember the line as out of. It means out of. So this would be 1 out of 3. It will help us with our activity. So let's look at number 1. I've got my banana and shrimp sweets. I really like these. So these are bananas and these ones are shrimps. The pink ones are shrimps and the yellow ones are bananas. Now I want to look at this, oh, not my banana, and we need to find out how many we've got all together. And it needs to go in our top bar, our whole amount. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our whole amount. Now we want to decide what fraction of these 5 sweets that we've got all together, what fraction are bananas and what fraction are shrimps. So I've done my little bar model here, and we did together the top bit, which shows my whole amount of sweets. I've got 5 sweets in total. Then under here, I've split my whole amount into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts to show the 5 sweets, okay? I can see that I've got a banana here, so I'm going to put a B for banana, another banana, another banana, and another banana, but the last one is a shrimp, so I'm going to put an S, okay? Then I'm going to look more closely at this. I've got 5 in total, but 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 in total is a banana. So how do I write that as a fraction? Well, I've got 4 parts of the total amount of parts, which is 5. So I've got 4/5 equals bananas. But how many shrimps have I got? Well, I've only got 1. I've got 1 part of the 5, which is a shrimp. Or where shall I write it? I'll write it here. So then I've got 1 part of the 5 sweets equals a shrimp. Okay, so I've got 4/5 bananas, 1/5 shrimp. Let's have a look at number 2. If you're watching this video, I'd like you to pause it when I say 3, 2, 1, pause, and have a go at doing what I've just done here, drawing out your bar model that shows how many you've got in total, and then underneath split up the other bar and show me how many are shrimps and how many bananas, and see if you can write the fractions. 1, 2, 3, pause. I hope you had a go at that. I'm going to have to rub that bit out, I think, so I've got room for the number 2. Okie doke. So, bar model. I'm going to draw that first. My top bar is my whole amount. How many sweets in total? Well, I've got 4. When we're looking at 4 parts, we call that quarters. I wonder if you remember that. So then I need to split my bottom bar into the 4 equal parts. I've got a shrimp, a shrimp, and a shrimp, and my last one's a banana. So now we have to write the fraction. Well, my total parts that I'm looking at, my denominator is going to be that number 4, and I've got 3 parts that are shrimps. So it's 3 quarters shrimps and 1 quarter banana. Did you get that right? If you did, give it a tick. Okay, let's look at number 3. Here we go. Same again. It's a bit more tricky now. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, pause, and I want you to pause the video and have a go at drawing out your bar model and the fractions that match. 3, 2, 1, pause. Brilliant. Hope you had a go. So let's draw out my bar model here a bit longer this time because we've got more parts, and split that down the middle. So how many in total? How many sweets in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our whole amount of sweets in total is 8. Now, again, we need to split it up into the 8 equal parts. So we'd call that eighths. Done my eighths now. Some of them are a little bit bigger, but when we're talking about fractions, they are equal parts, okay? So how many bananas have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bananas. So but for banana. And 3 shrimps, okay? So my whole amount that I've got is 8, and I've got 5 out of the 8 sweets that are bananas. Remember this up here? 5 out of 8. Let's see if we can write it down here. So I've got 5 of the 8 parts that are bananas. 1, 2, 3, and 3 of the 8 parts, 3/8 shrimps. How did you do? Give it a tick if you managed it. And the last one, same again as we've done with all the other ones. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, pause. I want you to pause it and have a go. 3, 2, 1, pause. Now I hope you had a go. Let's look at our total amount of sweets that we've got all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all together. So we've got 6 all together there. So I need to split this up into 6 equal parts, as equal as I can. Now let's mark on how many shrimps and how many bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shrimps. And then 1 banana. So when we're talking about 6 equal parts, we're talking about sixths. Okay, so these were eighths, sixths. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6 shrimps are, 5 out of the 6 sweets are shrimps. So we'd write that like this, 5 out of 6. Oh, shrimps. Okay. And then we've got 1 banana left on his own, 1 out of 6 bananas. I hope that reminded you a little bit more about fractions and didn't make you too hungry. I'm going to enjoy some bananas and shrimps now, I think. Have a go at the My Files activity called Monday the 18th of May, and it's called Fractions, and see how you get on.